What's up guys, Jake Turtles back out again with another Pokemon Go PvP video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Go Stadium announcement of the format for the Cup in September. So what we've got is the Cliffhanger. So you've got 17 points to make your team out of the allotted tiers. As you can see, the 9-point tiers, obviously the OP Pokemon, Altaria, Deoxys Defense, Azumarill, Metacham, and Skarmory. And then obviously, you have to sort of plan your team, and there's a lot of strategy that's going to go into this, and I can't wait to dive into it. If you want my feelings on it, I'm going to share them in a second. I think it's awesome, definitely. So here's a clip. So as you guys know, I hate Metacham with my whole being. I use it every now and then just to mess around in fights and stuff like that, to prepare people for what they're going to go up against, because people like going against the meta. So this is my feelings on it. I replied to Go Stadium, and I hate Metacham. So we're going to get into the point tiers. So guys, let's start by going over the 9-point tier. We've got Altaria, Azumarill, Deoxys Defense, Metacham, and Skarmory. It might be hard to see on your phone. It's hard to see on mine right now, but I'm thinking that Metacham is going to be not used as much. Deoxys Defense might get used because it's so overpowered. Azumarill is definitely not going to get used, in my opinion, just because there's so many good replacements to it. Altaria is a maybe, just because it's so good against Swampert. Skarmory's probably out. Skarmory's Reign of Terror is finally over, guys, so that's a good thing. It's a very good thing, actually. So let's hop into the 5-point tier. That being said, we've got Bastiodon, Bronzong, Cresselia, Hypno, Ivysaur, Jirachi, Meganium. I believe it is Melmetal. Yeah, I can see that. Melmetal, Probopass, Swampert, Tropius, and Venusaur. So as you can see, they're putting a real big emphasis on those grass types. Venusaur is going to be probably the most common used 5, other than Swampert, maybe Probopass, Bastiodon, because you need an anti-flyer. Flyers are still going to be a must. Maybe Jirachi, people want to use it, I guess, might do that. Cresselia probably won't get used as much. I don't think Melmetal as much. Hypno is probably on the list for some people as well. I think that Tropius is probably going to be out. Bronzong is a maybe as well, but I think if you have a Jirachi, maybe Jirachi. But I don't know, it's personal preference. So thinking that a couple 5s might be a good option. For me, I think that Hypno is awesome. I can't wait to use it. I also think that Swampert could be viable, and I think the Venusaur is always a good pick for everything. So there's that for the 5s. So then we're going to hop into the 1s, and for the 1s, we can see we've got Clefable, Fortress, Gallade, Haunter, Lantern, Lapras, Lucario, Lugia, Magneton, Magnezone, Mew. Believe that is Muck, Alolan. Oh, it's weird saying it backwards. Alolan Muck, Noctowl, Quagsire, Sableye, Skuntank, Steelix, Toxicroak, Umbreon, Victreebel, Vigoroth, Whiscash, Wigglytuff, and Wormadam Trash. So it's interesting to see Vigoroth in the 1, and also interesting to see Sableye in the 1. I believe they're really OP. It's really crazy that Lantern's in the 1 as well, guys, because Lantern's a tank. We see that Clefable had a lot of success at the Season 1 championships in Chile, so expect to see a bunch of Clefables out there. I know that I will be running a Clefable or a Charmuser on every single team. Haven't figured out which one yet, but Clefable is my front runner. I think it's really interesting that they're doing this format, and I think there's so much leeway for what you can run, and I think it's going to break down the meta and, get rid of the Skarmory, Metacham, Swampert meta, and the Skarmory, Charmuser, Metacham, meta. And I think it's going to be nice, it's going to be a good change of pace, and I can't wait to see what the tournaments bring. For everyone this September, I know my tournament's going to be an awesome time, so it's going to be a very, very fun look, and I hope that I can do a couple tournaments via this format in person too, to see what other people bring, and speak to them face to face and see why did you do that, but with that being said, guys, I have a ton of practice videos for you guys. I have my teams as of now. I've got 2 teams ready. They both cost, I think, 17, maybe 16 points. And then I've got a 0 team ready, a 0 cost team that I haven't totally, it's like not fully ready, the battles videos yet, but we've got a ton of videos coming up. So I'm going to show you the teams that I'll be running and their respective videos. So I'm going to do that now. So guys, right here we've got team number 1 for the Cliffhanger Cup. We've got Blastoise, Noctowl, Venusaur, Bastiodon, Clefable, and Hypno. I think this team's pretty well rounded. I think I might tweak Blastoise for something else, and maybe run No Flyer, but I do not know yet, guys. It's all up in the air, so bear with me. So let's hop into match number 1 against Can't Stop Keister, my sparring partner. I'm going to be leading with Hypno. He leads with Linoon, however you say it. I don't know how to say it. Someone needs to correct me. So I'm going to go for a Psyshock here. Don't know what's the preferred move to use against this Linoon right here, because all of them are going to be hitting for neutral. So I don't know which one's stronger. Probably need to look into that. I'm going to use Psyshock here. It's going to do a pretty good chunk of damage. I'm hoping that I can confusion him to death here, but he must get a solid Grass Knot off before I die. But it's not going to KO, so very good. Going to have a Thunder Punch loaded for whatever comes in, and it's going to be Azu, so very good. Thunder Punch is going to do probably 15 to 20% health. He shields up, good for me. And I'm going to be able to lock this Azu with this Venusaur, so he's going to have to switch. And he's going to go for an Ice Beam. I know I can take an Ice Beam to the face from my experience in Rainbow, but I need to keep this Venusaur healthy because I don't really have any good counters to Azu. So going to go for a Frenzy Plant here. He's going to block, and then I'm assuming he's going to shield. Brings in Toxicroak, so I know I have a good counter to that with Noctowl. And I know that he runs Dynamic Punch on his Toxicroak, so you're going to see this is going to hurt. It's going to be super effective. It's going to be neutral, actually. But super effective because of the normal typing of Noctowl. Fighting is effective against normal. And it's just a strong move in general. So I'm going to try to get to a Sky Tech there. I think if he doesn't use that charge move, I might lose. But it would be really close. I think the Venusaur can still tank a Ice Beam lower than that. So I'm going to take a GG in that game against Cole with my Cliffhanger Team 1. So next game is going to be up against Easily Done 27. This guy's a beast. Tied for first in the tournament in Pittsburgh for the Twilight Cup. So he is going to be going with the Sableye lead. I'm going to be going with Venusaur. I'm going to undertap for Frenzy Plant here. Not very good at undertapping with Venusaur, so got to get better at that. Gonna get the Great because I missed one. He's going to shield, so I'm going to shield. That's my goal with Sableye. Sableye hurts a little bit. And I'm assuming he's going to switch before I use my next charge move, and he's going to count perfectly here. Boom, he's out, and I'm going to wait. So I misclick here pretty badly. Bring in Noctowl, not good. Obviously, Bastiodon would have been the preferred switch in there because of the Flamethrower. So I'm just going to tank these Psyshocks to the face and just plan on dying. And then I'm going to obviously go for the Sky Attack that I have, try to dwindle down that health. Hopefully I can get another one off, and I cannot. No need to shield here because I need to save those shields for Venusaur to take on the team. So he's going to be throwing these confusions at me with Bastiodon, so I'm going to farm up here. I don't need to shield anything. Bulldoze is going to hurt, but it's only going to do 40% damage, maybe 50 actually. But he's not going to be able to get to 2 of them, so I'm going to farm up here, and if he gets another one off, I'm in trouble, but I think I'm in good shape because I'm going to go for this Flamethrower on whatever comes in, and it's Meganium, so we're going to see how much Flamethrower does to Meganium. Honestly, not that much because I don't have Stab, but I'm going to get to another one, which is going to make my plan develop here. So if he shields, then his shield's gone, and I have a poison, I have a Sludge Bomb ready with Venusaur. Immediately switching Venusaur, get the Sludge Bomb off on that Sableye, or that Meganium, and then Sableye is going to come in, and I'm going to have a Frenzy Plant ready to go, but I think he did have a Foul Play ready to go, so he should have used it, and he actually messaged me after. He said, very good play. I don't know why I was farming. I definitely should use that Foul Play, so Cliffhanger 1's looking good, so let's move on to Cliffhanger 2. We've got Frostlass, Lantern, Vigoroth, Wigglytuff, Jirachi, and Altaria. Using a 9 on this team, and this team is going to be costing 17. Got Frostlass is a 0 on there, and the rest are, I believe, Jirachi's a 5, and Wigglytuff, Lantern, and Vigoroth are all 1s, so a total of 17 points. So I'm going to go up against Can't Stop Keister in the first match. Going to leave with Lantern into Fable. This isn't a bad matchup for me. I don't have to shield. I can just tank these, but I know I can do a ton of damage to him, so he's going to have to shield. And Thunderbolt does probably about 45 to 50% damage. As you can see, I got an X-Raid. I need to give someone my phone on Thursday, so he can do the X-raid for me, which is nice. So I can't bring in Jirachi here because I got murdered, so I'm going to bring in Wigglytuff and expect to shield here. And then feint him with my Charms, because Charms is going to be doing pretty good damage. And I'm going to shield here. He said he had 2 Meteor Mashes, but I don't think he did. So I'm going to shield up, and then the Charm's going to feint him. So I'm going to be going for... I'm in a bad situation again here, because Avalanche does a ton of damage, and I have no moves that are going to be doing super effective damage against these this Ghost. So I'm going to shield. And then I'm going to switch into... I wanted to switch into Jirachi before that came. But now I'm going to do it right before he uses Avalanche again. And I probably could have fainted him down, but he was lagging a little bit, so I felt bad. So I maybe make it more realistic. So he's going to use Avalanche, and then he's going to feint from the confusion. And he brings in Toxicroak in the back, so he's just going to be melted in 3 confusions by Jirachi. So it's going to be a GG in that game. Challenger 2 team, or the Cliffhanger 2 team is looking really good. So I'm going to leave Vigoroth into Swampert. I saw this match at the World Championship, so I know how it works out. You just body slam your way through it. Under tap there perfectly, guys. And I don't have Bulldoze yet, but I probably will by the time the tournament comes around. So I'm going to shield up because Hydro Cannon's going to do a ton of damage. And then I'm going to farm whatever he brings in. This is bad. I need to bring in Lantern. I got 2 things on my team, weak to Wigglytuff, so very bad. And I'm going to need to kind of sacrifice Lantern, but get enough damage on this Wigglytuff that I can sort of survive. So I'm going to shield up because I think that Ice Beam or Dazzling Gleam's coming. So I'm going to try to farm for 2 Thunderbolts, and I'm going to get 1 off, so I'm expecting a shield here. Because he has a ton of energy, and if I get 2 off, it's GG's easy, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult now. So I'm going to bring in Vigoroth and hopefully counter him down to death. So I do, and I have 2 Body Slams loaded. Hopefully for whatever comes in, it's Fortress. So this is going to be a bit of a situation here because this is not going to go down very fast without Bulldoze. And his shields are down, but I'm going to bring in my Altaria before he gets his move. And he is going to bring in Swampert, and this is a very good situation for me. This is why Altaria is preferred over Skarmory in this format for sure for me, because Skarmory it's really close with Swampert, but you can see this Altaria kind of walls this Swampert, and Swampert's going to be the most popular 5, I think, along with Venusaur and Bastiodon, so look out for those ones. So I farmed a little bit too much. Maybe not enough, and I couldn't get that move off, but luckily I'm going to be able to get these body slams here. And Tanner and I knew after this match, we said, wow, this is actually this is like a tournament quality match, guys. Look how close this match gets. Boom, under tap. If I don't under tap, I lose, and I'm going to take a victory in that matchup, and I'm going to get the body slam off. So that is going to be the end of this video, I believe. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciate this video, and I hope it kind of gives you a look into what the new meta is going to be like. If you guys ever have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, even in the comments for sure. I'll definitely answer. Please share my videos to your friends. I think I provide valuable content, and I will definitely have some battles with the content creators coming soon to my channel. So thanks so much for watching, guys.